They had absolutely no business making this beginning intro sequence, like, just look so good, but so uncanny. Like, seriously, just, like, look at the way this movement is. Like, seeing the character, like, walking. It's legitimately just, it's good looking. It's odd. It's good looking, though. But it's just weird. Like, look at this leg shot. Like, this leg shot, it reminds me of something straight out of, like, a Clamp anime, if anyone remembers, like, Code Geass, or just anything, like, Clamp worked on in the past, so to speak, like, old anime. The very design decisions and just some of the camera angles to the leg shots, it really reminds me of those old 2000s anime. It's not a bad thing, but when you start a trailer off and, like, this is the first thing you're greeted with, you're like, wow, this looks really good. Like, this, this 360 shot with the lighting and all that, but then, like, some of the angles, like this and all that, it looks very weird. And this is actually starting to become quite the pattern. I actually, no, someone pointed this out to me, and then I went back to look at the trailer, and I was like, holy crap, they're right. Like, this is the beginning of the second PV we got. And you can see how the character angle shot is obviously very unique and different once again. Regardless of how you feel about the expression of it, it is still a very unique looking, like, artistic choice, so to speak, for, the anime, especially with how this PV opens up. And, like, once again, in actual movement, it looks, like, relatively normal. Like, you see how the character moves, the eyes, etc. But, like, these opening shots really do just stand out quite a bit. And that's kind of, like, the big talking point today of this trailer that released a few hours ago, where, like, the movement of this is just so good, but weird. Now, let's get a little bit deeper into this. Who is animating, The Girl I Like Forgot Her Glasses, which is this series right here. I've talked about this series, a while back. I've talked about PV1, PV2. I've talked about it when it was announced. I have been actively following this anime and excited, so to speak, for its, inevitable, airing, for instance, in this upcoming summer, which summer, as we already know, is going to be just jam-packed. But if you look at the Studio GoHands, you might recognize them, you might not, but this is kind of what they've worked on over the years, and one series in particular that stands out to me besides Setokai Yakuindama, which I absolutely love this series, is Handshakers. Now, I'm going to show a scene from Handshakers, and I think this kind of really just establishes this studio's unique take on some animation choices, and I think this kind of really explains, like, just The Girl I Like Forgot Her Glasses quite a bit. So just let me play this little sequence for you. Just look at this real quick. So she's obviously playing some music, as you can see here, and she's about to listen to it, and then as she's listening, for some reason, just her chest starts jiggling. It's like, what's going on here? Like, why? Why is this a thing? Why is her chest straight up jiggling like that? Like, what's going on with those physics? But, yeah, it's very clear that the choices of animation and art that GoHands does for its anime definitely is weird, or it stands out, and I think this is one of those, other, like, examples of, or a new example of GoHands doing just that. Once again, I've been seeing quite a few people saying that this trailer looks off, especially, like I said, this sequence, and it doesn't look good, like it's ugly, but then you have, like, beautiful scenes throughout, this entire trailer. It looks normal and all that, and, look, it's just typical anime design. I mean, it looks a little bit nicer in terms of, like, a little bit unique line work, etc., but, it looks like a typical anime that you would, normally, watch and all that, so it's not necessarily a bad-looking show. I mean, even the background art looks really good. I just think, once again, it's just how GoHands animate certain scenes. It's just like their style and design. Like I said, it's reminiscent of Clamp to me, if anyone watched Clamp anime. And I like this. I actually do really like this trailer. Most of the people that are talking about this trailer are actually very excited. Like, people are talking about budget, etc. It's very clear that people are legitimately enjoying this trailer, but there is those that are calling this scene out. And I kind of want to talk about that, because I think it was interesting, because, I mean, I like what I'm seeing so far. This show definitely has my interest, and I am curious to see kind of just how these characters interact, because I haven't read the manga. I am, going to be an anime only, and I'm curious to see how this, whole series is really just going to play out. It looks very cute, very beautiful. But, one thing I want to leave on before I kind of finish up, this video, is I'm thinking of making a topic on this very soon. So we'll see about that. I've been diving down a rabbit hole with this one, and stay tuned for a video potentially in the future on this. But okay, I'll leave it at that. Thank you so much. You all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Be safe, stay healthy. Chibi out.